Hey guys, what's up? Daniel here. So today we are kind of doing an unboxing of the 11-inch iPad Pro. It's, as you can see, already open kind of because I filmed this whole video and forgot to turn on my microphone. So yes, this is the new iPad Pro. Let's just forget that happened. And it's the 11-inch model. This retails for $800 and it comes with 128 gigs of internal storage for the base model, which I think is great. The previous generation came with only 64 gigabytes of internal storage, which was ridiculous. And that's the one that I got right here. And that was a huge mistake because I constantly have to delete apps and stuff to be able to install other things. I can't even have iCloud photos on because the reserves kind of take up the rest of my memory up. So 128 is definitely the minimum, and it's good that that is the base model now. And I do think that the new iPad definitely looks nicer or more interesting. The little camera over there maybe is a little bit too small for what it is. If it was this little, I feel like it shouldn't be a bump. If I'm gonna get a bump, I don't really mind getting a larger bump. And even though that bump is actually relatively thin, it's not a thick bump. So that's quite nice. And the whole actual design of it looks really good. It's not like the iPhone 11 Pro. It's actually like a little bit more discreet than the iPhone 11 Pro's lenses. So I kind of like that. Maybe that's what we'll get on the iPhone 12. Who knows? We'll see. We do have the lidar sensor right there, which will work for augmented reality. And it's not something that's super useful now. I think most people won't really take advantage of the lidar sensor, at least not yet. But AR is becoming bigger and we'll see what it's capable of in the coming months or years. So as far as other aspects of comparing the old one right here to the new one, it's basically the exact same thing. The camera is definitely going to be a heck of a lot better because this is basically kind of like a camera like what we have on the iPhone 11, which is definitely much better than what we have on this older iPad, which is a good camera. But this is now a very solid camera that you could actually use to take really good pictures. And I know some people might say that's such a pointless feature to add to an iPad, but there's actually a lot of people that really do take advantage of the camera. And it's definitely a fair upgrade to do, as opposed to, you know, doing something like adding 100 megapixels to a phone or something like that. That's kind of ridiculous, but this definitely does make sense. You know, you can use this camera for lectures, for taking pictures of houses to then annotate documents, things like that. So definitely is a nice feature to have a really good camera on one of these. Now I was looking at the brightness before, and the brightness is also unchanged. It's basically the exact same thing. So it's not brighter or anything. We have the exact same display, which is a beautiful display. Really, there's no complaints with the previous display to need to upgrade the display in any way. However, it's worth noting that it's basically kind of at the end of the day, very similar. So if you have the older one, there's really no reason to upgrade. You can skip it. And if you've been looking to buying a new iPad and you're waiting for the new one, I would say you're still really good with buying this old one, especially if you get it refurbished from Apple or renewed from Amazon. It's definitely a better price now, and you can get, you know, higher storage for less price and kind of beat the system like that. Or of course, you can get the new one as well. But that is another option that you have because the old one is still super fast and super capable, as long as you don't get the 64 gigabyte, which I do not recommend because it's too little of space and there's too many good apps for the iPad that you would want to or you should download for it. Now, kind of as the last thing here, let's go ahead and put on the Smart Folio keyboard here, so that we can see how that looks on it, because of course we tested out in the previous videos with my old iPad. But there you go, you can see how that looks. You still get a little bit of silver showing around there, which looks really nice. I really do like the way the silver looks here with the black cover. Looks very nice. Of course, this has also had one of the smart covers, the normal Smart Folios without the keyboard would look. And you can see that there. Of course, we got the USB-C port right there. Now, another thing that I almost forgot here is, of course, what else is in the box? And that is a USB Type-C to USB Type-C, and also a larger charging block, which, oh, actually, it feels better for some reason. It might be the exact same thing, but I don't know. No, it's probably the exact same thing. I don't think it's any different. But, you know, it's very basic stuff in the box. Let's look at the Apple stickers, see what's in there. And that will pretty much call a video because not much here. So 2 very large Apple stickers, and that's all you're gonna get in there. Of course, a quick start guide as well. But again, this is the new iPad Pro. 11-inch 2nd generation. It's an incredible device. Make sure to check out the other videos that I have on this because it goes more into detail about what I like about the iPad and everything. But if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And aside from that, I will catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.